Greetings and welcome to 321 exams. Now we're looking at a different topic now, which is titled production. The relevance of this very topic is very significant, not only in commerce, but also in economics, production. Now, what do we seek to achieve? Our performance objectives to this very topic, production, includes, number one, we want to check the meaning and definition of the word production. We would like to examine also the classification of production, types of production, the factors of production, the reward of production. Again, we also seek to achieve the characteristics and importance of factors of productions. What are the characteristics of these functions? The characteristics and the importance of different functions of production, factors of production. We also look at the division of labor and specialization. After that, as our tradition goes, we also look at related UTME past questions relevant to this very topic, production. So let's start. The meaning of production. Before defining this very meaning production, I would like you to go into, just think about it. The word production is from the word produce, to bring into existence that which have never existed before, produce. Another synonyms to the word produce is to create, to bring into existence, meaning the first person that ever created anything is God. Because if you look at the book of the Bible, Genesis chapter 1 verse 1, it said, in the beginning, God created, produced the heaven and the earth. You see? So production means to create, to produce, to manufacture. Now, when God created, he also created man. You know, God made everything in 6 days. He also made man in his own image. And he gave man the commandment that be fruitful and multiply. That is why man too can also what? Create. For instance, look at me. I am a product of my parents. They created me. Now, for anything we make use of and anything we use, all our utility are manufactured by one person or another. Now, for anything we create can be tangible or intangible, meaning product can be tangible product or intangible product. So we're talking about producers, manufacturer does not only go to tangible goods, something you can handle, also things you cannot handle. For instance, Michael Jackson produced music. People produce movies. Somebody render service, transportation service. So these are also production. So that is why this very topic is very, very relevant. Now let's go. The first thing, the meaning of production. Now, what does it mean by the term production? The first one is production means production is the creation of utility. Production is the creation of what? Utility. And what does it mean by the term utility? Utility means the ability for any commodity, any product to give satisfaction. Production is the creation of utility, while utility means the ability of any product to give what? Satisfaction. In other words, production is the creation of satisfaction because nobody will make use of any product which will not give satisfaction. So that is one definition. So let's consider another definition, production. This second one, I like it so much. Now look at the definition of the second one. We says production, they are into A and B. The first part now I say production is the transformation of raw materials into finished good. You can see, production is the transformation, the changing of raw materials into finished goods. That is not all. And the distribution of the finished goods to the final users or final consumer, to the final users. You can see now, the second definition says, production is the transformation of raw materials into finished goods and the distribution of these goods to the final users. So you can see, you can choose any of the definition you prefer here. The first one says, production is the creation of utility. You can't stop there. You must explain the term utility, which means ability for any commodity, any product to give satisfaction. While the second one is a little bit more clear. We state that production is the transformation, that means the changing of raw materials into finished goods and the distribution of the finished goods to the final users. If you look at the second definition, three keywords are important. We have transformation, we have the word distribution, and we have the word final users. We will come to these three later. They are key, they are very important. We will discuss them later. Transformation, distribution, and final users. Take notes. UTME past questions. Production does not end until the goods that was produced get to the final users. Production never ends until the goods get to the final users. Because the main motive, the main idea of any producer producing is to create utility, is that people will buy that goods and make use of it. So if that goods does not get to the final users, production in the first place is useless. Look at this diagram. For example, we also have what we call chains of distribution. We are not going to discuss that today. Now let's see, for every producer that wants to go into business, entrepreneur, the idea is to produce utility, to create solution. Now, the first thing he has in mind is to cover a gap. And he has the consumer in mind to satisfy. The challenge is just that the producers are very far away to the consumers. You will agree with me that many products that we make use of are not really produced around us, in our state, in this country. Most of them are produced elsewhere, outside this country. Let's take, for example, the phone you are using right now, the laptop you have, your parent cars, even your electronics, your car, and the rest of them, even some of our wares, most of them are imported into this country. Even the one we even use locally are not produced in your state. They are from other places. So the producer does not really have direct contact with most, in fact, with almost all their consumers. So there's a challenge. That is why there is a need for intermediaries. Who are the intermediaries? People who bridge the gap between the producers and the consumers. We call them market intermediaries, also known as middlemen. The middlemen. The middlemen are many. We have the agent, the factors, wholesalers, retailers, and the rest of them. But to make our topic very easy today, we are focusing just on two main popular middlemen, which are the wholesaler and the retailer middlemen. Now, in our definition above here, it says production is the transformation of raw materials into finished goods. That is the sole responsibility of the producer, the first person. Now, it also entails the distribution of these goods that is produced. Somebody has to take these goods from the producer to the wholesaler. Importers will bring goods produced in another country, bring it to us in this country from other state to your state. That is the distribution aspect of it. That is the work of the middlemen. You can see they are the two. Why the last person? They bring this good to the final consumer. That is the aim, the object, the target of every producer, so that people can make use of it. That is the third person. Imagine we are not patronizing goods produced by, let's say, technophones. Nobody is buying. In due time, they will run out of business. Imagine the producer of a white marker pen. People are not buying. Definitely, they will run out of business. So for people to patronize you, that means they keep you in business. And for people to patronize, to repeat sales, repeat purchase, meaning the product you are producing is creating utility. So in a very good sense, the producer won't have needed the service of a middleman if it can easily get to the consumer. The same thing applies to the consumer. But because of the difficulties in distance, so the middlemen came to bridge that gap, and that is what gives them job in the first place. All right. So to summarize this definition, you will agree with me that the first thing is production is complete until when the goods, let's say when the product gets to the final users. That is when production ends, when you make use of that product. That is when production ends. In a restaurant, the food is prepared and nobody came to eat. Definitely, the entire effort is wasted until when that food is served and someone else eats it. That's when you said, yes, production is complete. Now, take note of one thing again. This product we are talking about can be divided into two, what we call tangible products we have tangible products. It can be seen, it can be handled. Tangible product. We also call it goods. And the second one is referred as intangible products or intangible goods. We also call this service. Now, someone say production is the creation of goods and services. Now you understand. Product can be goods or service. That means tangible or intangible. So another name for tangible product means goods, while another name for intangible product means service. Service cannot be seen, you cannot hold it, but you can enjoy it, you can feel it. For example, the service of an entertainer, the service of a footballer, the service of a doctor, the service of a transporter, the service of a teacher. You can enjoy it. These are information. You can enjoy professional service. Now, but when it comes to tangible products, you will see, if you go to the market and you buy food stuff, definitely you can handle it and you can see it, you can feel it. If you buy wares, you can see. But when it comes to intangible, you cannot, but you can only enjoy it. All right. Having said that, I also like to let you understand that